warm and well. Sure, how are we looking? Oh, this is all fucked up. Hold on. Wait, that didn't do anything.
Sriracha, there is some sriracha. Is that in the shot? Should I move it? Welcome to Sriracha Chat.
So I can see like your phone and the 2 coffee cups and the iPad.
Yep.
Okay, we're good. Alright, that was wild. Sorry for the wild intro.
We're known for our wild intros.
Ooh. We got toilet paper.
Just in case.
Just in case things are gonna get wild tonight. We're about to shit on some fools.
Oh, so the chat is disabled for this live stream.
What's up?
Chat is disabled for this live stream?
That's what it's saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
It's a using. Did you say it's for kids? If you said it's for kids, I don't think they let you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Should we start it over right quick, or do we care?
Nah, I don't really care. I'm not gonna start it over.
Alright.
It's not, especially after that fart.
With an intro like
With
that.
an intro like that.
You can't just.
I did. I didn't remember whether we wrote yes or no to that. So we usually write no to that, huh, Jarvis Jerry? This is a great intro to episode
I think, yeah.
13.
13.
13?
Did we even label it?
I labeled something.
Oh, okay, nice.
I labeled something.
I like it. Welcome.
Okay, so we must choose the other thing, and we didn't. How did you know that? Did Sadu text you, or you realized that, Jarvis Jerry?
I read it.
Oh.
On the video, okay.
On the video. Okay.
Yes. And chat's disabled now too.
Nice. So chat's disabled tonight.
Chat. We'll catch you
We
next
had
time,
a
I
whole
guess.
fumble with the camera. Then we
Yeah.
find out that chat's disabled. We are doing fantastic. We've taken a couple weeks off, and we're a little rusty.
yeah.
We're a little rusty. Welcome back to Over the Show, episode 13.
13, wow.
13.
Pretty sure, Jer?
Jer, 13?
13?
13.
Yes.
13. Okay, and tonight's episode, we're going to be doing CowBoy Bebop, the live action, and the new Ghostbusters film, Afterlife?
Yeah,
Afterlife.
Talking reboots.
Nick D, Jarvis Jerry on the compute. Yeah, but both are reboots or legacies.
Yeah.
Legacy reboots or whatever BK called it. At least with Ghostbusters.
Yeah, where it's like in the same story. Like
Yeah.
it is like Ghostbusters 3. Well, so do you know the last one? Is that one in this universe too?
No, I don't think so.
They're just
no more than
completely.
that one, yeah. But in Cowboy Bebop though,
That
it's
is
not
like
necessarily because it's just the first
it's
rendition of it being live action, correct?
Yeah.
They've never done anything other than just the cartoon. Our first subject will be Cowboy Bebop.
There's that anime movie, Knocking on Heaven's Door, but you're right.
But that fits into the storyline in between episode like 24, 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, where Jeff, you can figure out where the movie fits into the cartoon. Either way.
For Ghostbusters?
No, for Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, Knocking on Heaven's Door.
There's a cartoon movie that fits into the cartoon at a certain point. But regardless, Nick D, they're both cartoons and they're the same cast and everything. Correct?
Yeah, totally.
So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess technically there's like 3 things. There's the original show, the new show, and then...
I mean, I would make the argument... we're going to talk about Cowboy Bebop first, but I would make the argument, and we'll talk more about this later. But Ghostbusters Afterlife is just Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
And I'll make that argument later.
Yeah.
Or you could make that argument, and I'll talk about that later.
And
that's what I'm trying to say.
And I kind of like that idea of like 3 is like 20-something years later.
3 and done, in my opinion. That's why when I was just... Well, dude, we're going back into Ghostbusters.
Yeah. I mean...
Cowboy Bebop. Hold on. Wow, dude, I'm cranking them tonight. I'm sorry, Nick D. This
Get-
is a gnarly
get-
one live here.
We're roughly saying between episode 22 and 23.
I'm sorry, one more time on that, Jarvis.
Somewhere
We're
between.
saying somewhere between 22 and 23.
23, yeah. Okay.
But, it's not necessary. People are like, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
I read something on Wikipedia about it and where it fit in, and I swear it said 23 or whatever. Yeah.
Did you like how many?
How did we even get on that?
Just talk about what other Cowboy Bebop things there are.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
just like
yeah,
what-
and both are anime.
Yeah. Did
Right.
you? How long did it take you to watch all 10 episodes? Did you do it over a week? Did you do it over a couple of days?
I think altogether it was like 2 weeks, 2 or 3, 2 plus weeks.
Okay, so you really got to like meditate on some of these.
I
episodes.
powerhoused a lot of it
but then
at once,
Yeah.
and then got to like 8 and really slowed down, and then I watched the last 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Which, if we're gonna dive right into talking about it, I guess, obviously.
Either one. Yeah.
When I dived in there, I didn't really. Those last 3 episodes, I thought were really what changed my opinion. Like up until then, I was really digging it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great representation of the cartoon, but I was really digging the show overall.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then those last 3 episodes really took me for a spin. And where they leave you off, where, assumably, I think they left you off where they're going to make more,
Yeah.
right? And I kind of want them to, because I want to see where they want to take it.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
intrigued.
For sure. 100%.
I think how people reacted, it may or may not happen. I'm leaning more towards it probably won't.
Yeah.
People seem not too psyched off this show, but I don't like where they went with it.
Yeah.
Making Jessica the big bad.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And the whole making Vicious kind of wacky.
Dude.
I wasn't super bummed off that, but by the end of it, with her becoming the overall big bad,
Yeah.
that kind of really bummed me out. And then just like, to be honest, the whole how they leave the relationship between Spike and Jet is just ridiculous, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
You know.
It because it does feel like it feels like
Oh,
too like
gas in that every hole tonight, dude. I apologize, Jerry. Nick has to smell it.
Yeah.
like Vicious looks dope there, but it's just
I mean, the Jerry's got a lot of these photos with him topless coming on here with Vicious,
Yeah.
which is cool.
beefcake.
I just don't, I didn't think, the thing about it, like, in the cartoon, like, there's not that much Vicious. If
Yeah.
we're comparing cartoon to show. And
I would
part of
like,
me doesn't want to do that because I think that the show is so different than the cartoon that we should be comparing them. But you have to.
Yeah, like it's like it's like you have to, and it's like you can't help but like I'll say with me, wow, he looks like he's got like a full purple suit right there. That was weird looking. Like yeah, like the entire time I was watching it, I was just comparing it to the anime. It's like it's hard not to do it, and I feel like when you do that, it a lot of times you're like, oh, I'm having a bad time. Like this is bumming me out that this is not as good as the anime. I think as a show, it's pretty entertaining.
Oh, if there was never an anime,
Yeah,
if
like
there was never an anime and that show just came out,
yeah,
and that's why I really wanted BK to finish because he's never seen the anime.
yeah,
So I'm really intrigued to have BK watch it and BK come and say, hey, what did he think of it? Because he has nothing going into it.
yeah. I think I'd like it a lot more. Like I think
everyone would.
if it was just a Cowboy Bebop ripoff and everyone's like, dude, I like that show, but they just fucking are stealing Cowboy Bebop, I think it would be great. The fact that they're like, no, this is Cowboy Bebop, it's like, oh, this is bad. Not bad, but it's not. I mean, it's bad. As an adaptation,
So if they titled it,
bad.
if they titled it something different,
I think
like Cowboy Bebop
Afterlife.
Afterlife. I was just about to say it, Jerry.
dude,
Afterlife. So if it was Cowboy Bebop Afterlife,
where you're
Right.
going in, you know that like this is something different.
are you accepting it at that point?
I think I'd almost be accepting it
Would you
more.
give it an overall better rating?
I don't know. Like maybe, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, like
let's
I don't know.
let's get right into it.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
you giving it rating wise?
So I think, like, all right. So I have kind of like two answers, which is like a cheat. I think it's just a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a C plus. It's not. It's fun. It's not great. I mean, at times it's awesome, and at times it's bad. Like we were saying, episode 8 is the worst episode of the show. It ruins the show. 1 to 7 is like, oh, I'm having fun at least, and then you get to that flashback episode, and bro, it ruins the plot.
8 is the
maybe-
game changer where you start questioning it.
You, well,
And
maybe
10
I'm not
is the
making.
final blow.
Maybe-
with Jessica Case.
Okay, no, I think you're right. Yeah, yeah,
Like 8
I
is
think
like
you're
where you're like, what?
yeah,
Where is this? What's happening here?
yeah.
You're like taken back. You know what I mean?
For
Like,
real.
What's happening here? And then 10's like that death blow.
Where you're just like, what is
Oh.
going on? Like,
Oh
yeah.
man! But I will say that
1 to 7 though.
I did feel yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with 1 to 7.
I
Yeah.
was upset.
Yeah.
And if the show really, really sucked, I wouldn't even care. I would be like, this show just sucks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know? But, like, so we'll get back. What was your rating?
So yeah, so as a
You're giving
cowboy,
2 ratings, right?
as a Cowboy Bebop adaptation, it's
Yeah.
like a D. Like
A
it's
D.
it's not good.
Yeah.
As a show, C plus B minus. Like you know,
Okay.
like I'm not gonna lie, I had fun. I enjoyed hating certain characters. Like I hated Julia from the jump. Julia sucks in the show.
Yeah.
But it
She
reminds.
does, who the fuck likes her in the cartoon?
At least in the cartoon, she's like not. She's
got
not even a
no second.
character. She's not like she's very. Julia's an idea in the anime, and like I think that's why she's kind of like interesting is that we don't know what her and Spike are like together. When we see it, it's like, oh, this
Well,
sucks.
pause for 1 second.
Yeah,
Pause
yeah.
for 1 second. I want to hear more.
Yeah.
Jerry, can you find out how much Vicious is in the cartoon?
Dude, I would love that. Like, because if
Like,
you think
how-
about it,
he's
he's
like
got to be
show-
on screen for like 10 minutes in the anime.
In the anime, yeah, like Vicious or Jessica, she's in it less than Vicious.
Yeah,
is.
she's probably not like
so,
a combined.
So I don't
like,
even care how much Jessica is in it in the anime.
Yeah.
So whatever Vicious is in,
she's less.
yeah, half,
Yeah.
half, right?
And
If you can figure that out, Jerry.
out of 26 episodes, I'm willing
Yeah.
to bet like a combined thing. Like Vicious is in it for less than 20 minutes.
I just want to know how many episodes his name is in the fucking
Yeah.
is
Like 5 of them.
yeah like
Yeah.
How many episodes, and then and then in the fucking show
And
he's so like
he's amazing.
they boost that up. What's
Yeah.
interesting though, Nick D, is that when you told me about Cowboy Bebop a few months back, because I just got into it, right?
Yeah.
I watched the cartoon leading into this show pretty much.
Yeah.
You told me that that storyline was like the main storyline or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I watched the cartoon, I didn't really feel like that was the main storyline. The cartoon, like, there's so much like every other, there's so many episodes that have nothing to do with
That
that
yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But in the show, it really is like the overall arc, and that's another thing that about Faye like really gets played out as far as like her storyline and how they progressed it. And I think if they wanted to make 2 seasons out of this or more, they should have had this whole season. They should have been hinting at the vicious shit in Jessica and maybe show them and have it building up.
Yeah.
But like really done out the Faye thing and maybe had Faye leave in the 10th episode,
Yeah.
leading into the next episode, and Jet and fucking Spike are still boys, everything's still going. And the whole Ein thing where they leave Ein on the dock, I have to say this.
Yeah.
That was the part that really bothered me. And that was the first red flag on the field where I was like, why are they just leaving him there?
Yeah.
What the hell is that about? Weird cause.
I think the dude who plays Vicious, I think he does a great job. Like it's
Yeah.
not at all anime Vicious, but I like it. I think he's doing good. And then like you learn what? What did you say?
No,
Jay?
no, go on.
Oh, and Jerry, sorry, this is gonna be full on. Like we're spoiling stuff for Jerry tonight.
Fine. That's what he's here for.
Jerry, like the whole
Wait,
thing
hold on a
with
second.
So the anime is 7 episodes.
7. Okay, that feels about right.
7 episodes, how many he's in?
Yeah.
Like
He's
little
in all.
No, and like
little
there's-
flashbacks.
Yeah, because there's where he takes over the syndicate. There's the stuff with him and Graham. Graham?
Graham.
Dude, and Graham in this one. Not bad, but in Netflix Cowboy Bebop, I hate the whole jazz club angle. I hate Julie as a singer. I don't. I like the actress who's playing Annie, but I hate Annie owning the club. I hate Gran being the bartender. How like they're like, oh, Cowboy Bebop is like jazz, right? Well, let's get like that musical Chicago. Let's just throw that in Cowboy Bebop. I hate all of that. I think that's so stupid. I think the show would be better if you lose all of that bullshit.
It didn't bother me, but when you pointed out like that, I do see what you're talking
It's so it feels like hack. It feels like they're like, oh yeah, let's just put Chicago in.
Yeah,
yeah.
But it was a good way to incorporate the music aspect.
You're yeah. I get why they did it.
I get why they did it.
It just I don't think it didn't resonate for you.
It wasn't for you. Yeah, and it wasn't for a lot of people. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I have to say, if we're talking about stuff that we didn't like, real quick.
Yeah.
I was a little not that I didn't like. I was disappointed that they didn't do more of the television, the
dude for real.
What is it called?
Big Shots.
Big Shots.
Yeah. Dude, Big Shots. Like
they did it. They did it, but I was hopeful there was gonna be a little more Big Shots.
Yeah. If that was peppered in more.
And they did. They did some of the stuff from some of my favorite episodes from the cartoon. Obviously, they did the French guy, and it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah,
although I didn't think it was one. I thought it was creepy a little bit. It wasn't as creepy as the cartoon for sure. But it was so creepy. I just didn't think they did his powers justice. That might have been the budgeting thing, because he really has to float and that's hard to make look good.
Yeah, to do that with animation is one thing. To do it in real life is
yeah.
They
did put him at the theme park. They went, but it was weird how he worked for once again. They had to write in this end, looking for Vicious. We're in the cartoon. They're just going after
they
bounties.
cross paths. Yeah, it's not like. Yeah.
And in this, there's 2 or 3 episodes for sure where things that happen to them are because of the syndicate.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
Yeah.
Right? And then the last 3 episodes are really just the whole, final...
How it shakes out.
Yeah, shakeout, right?
Yeah.
So much of it had to do with that. I don't know. Overall, I agree with you. You gotta give it 2 ratings. And for me... If it was just a show I saw and had never seen the cartoon or anime, if I didn't watch it because of your recommendations and then I watched this first, I probably would say that this was a B.
Yeah.
I really would.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the anime and I know what it's based off of. Part of me wants to give it, a D. The anime, there's a lot of things I like about the anime. The Spike's a little bit more edgy in it, whatever. Especially with the smoking and how he's cocky. They didn't really put that, and I get why they didn't. A, you can't have him smoking every scene, and B, the cockiness is a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I also know that they had a really high bar to meet.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do exactly what the cartoon is.
Exactly.
So part of me also wants to give them, a C for just you guys gave it a really good effort and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm mixed. I'm mixed on it. Because those last 3 and how they ended it. Really leave me with wanting to give it a D.
Exactly. I'm right there with you. I agree.
But up until that episode 8, I feel like that is the line, in my opinion, is where I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I really felt like easily a C, and they had a potential to take it to a B.
Yeah.
They could have went the other direction. And I'll say what really bums me out right here. Jerry, maybe cover your ears.
Okay.
They ended with Edward and that whole little creepy scene, and then she has Ein again.
Yeah.
And,
right? Ein's on the floor.
Sitting next to her,
Yeah.
And fucking Spike's laying there. That totally wants me to take him to F. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was already the whole Jessica thing was bizarro, and then she comes in and has Vicious in that room, and it was just what the fuck is going on right here?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it. Saying all that, I'm gonna give it a C minus.
C minus.
For comparing it to the anime.
Yeah.
But for a show, if no one had seen the anime and people were just tuning in to watch it, I really think it's a B.
Yeah.
I really do.
I
B minus.
Yeah. I recommended to a friend who had never seen the anime, had no interest in the anime. They watched all of the show and they're like, "That's tight."
Yeah.
Spencer watched it and he was like, "I was into that." And I was like, well, you're probably not gonna get the second half. So
I mean, I might say B minus for it because I once again more I think about the ending and all that. You know,
and the things they do right, I love. Like the swordfish,
visuals, yeah.
yeah, like the swordfish is amazing. Dude, especially when
What references to the shows did you like?
I think one of the all-time best ones. So I love
That one was good.
these two.
Yeah.
I think
They're episode 1 in the cartoon.
yeah, and one
Woman in the van.
yeah, it's episode 1 for both of them, and then the 3 old men that keep popping up in the show. I like how they're in this in the first episode, and I like how they didn't play them cartoony. They played them just as 3 old dudes that look like that, and like I almost was like, I'm like, oh dude, this is what I want. Like this tone for the show where they're doing the cartoon, they're doing the anime, but they're not trying to make it like all Tarantino, like all like the crazy anime camera angles.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of like, dude, you don't need to do that all the time. I feel like at times that makes it look cheesy.
I kind of liked some of it though.
I liked a lot of it, but there were definitely times where it's like like that's a great shot. Right there.
Some of the visual, dude. Sharing going through these photos like made me remember like, oh yeah, like those last 3 episodes really like left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
it's a shame. But overall, dude, man, like
and if it comes back,
they had the gang, the eco gang.
Yeah.
They did them pretty well.
Yeah, they changed them up, and it
the
did
dude
piss
who
me off.
kidnaps
Like
the dog. They changed that whole storyline. That was another thing that kind of pissed me off at the end. Is like when they kidnapped the dude who could change his face. With the Ein episode where he has the dog, right?
Yeah.
They do that episode in the live action, but they change it up completely.
Yeah.
And they don't really explain Ein as being this weirdo, like...
Data dog, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even
show
get
the
that?
corporation chasing after him also looking for Ein.
Yeah.
Which is what happens in the cartoon. I'll go too in depth with it. But then at the end, right, they show Ein in this episode. Jerry actually has an image on the screen right now. No one can see, but he does. Ein shoots the laser out of his eye or whatever. So it's like...
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I forgot about that. Yeah.
At the end, they're like, "Oh yeah, the dog has robotic powers," but they never, in the fucking beginning,
set that up
in this. In this,
was Ein in a box like he was in the
anime? I don't think so.
He was in like a suitcase. Okay.
Maybe I can't recall.
I don't think so, but yeah, I don't remember.
I thought, I like this version of Faye. I just thought that it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't make her as badass as they could have. They should have played up the gambling aspect of her and how they meet her and all that, and had
Yeah, I feel like I feel like that's the one thing we've talked about, like off the show, where like I like this Faye. This Faye's fine, but she's not the Faye I wanted. Yeah. And so it's one of those things where I'm fine with that. Let's have a completely new Faye. It's okay to rewrite Faye. I don't care. But it is just hard to be like, oh my god, what are they doing? Like because she's basically Spike. There's 2 Spikes in this show. Yeah, which is cool. I'm fine with that.
She's female Spike.
Yeah,
but she kind of was in the show too. She was a little ditzier. But she was kind of female Spike too in the show. Yeah,
and she always
they made her more of a rebel.
Yeah, she's a rebel in this one. Well, in that one, you always felt like Faye was like one decision away from just screwing them over. Like she was always just like, I'm dipping and stealing your stuff. Like I was kind of like how Faye was never really in the group. She was actually kind of taking advantage of them.
She's really not a member of this group. Yeah. So till she is, then she is.
Yeah.
Because they run into her in the beginning.
Dude, and she tries to kill... Like, I thought that, like, in episode 1...
Yeah.
She tries to kill Spike, like, right off the bat. Yeah. Like, it's almost kind of insane that Spike is like, oh, yeah, I'll work with her. The way she just tried to kill him. Yeah. Like, it's so out of nowhere. I mean, but again, they're really trying to establish that this Faye is a beast.
Yeah.
That she's beast mode.
Yeah.
I hated all this bullshit.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah.
But again, and then again, the only thing I'll say about Julia is that I felt it from the beginning. I was like, it's weird that I don't like her. It's weird that it feels like they don't want me to like her, and she's totally Sharon Stone from Casino. Like, because I always associate Cowboy Bebop with like gangster stuff, like gangster movies. She's Casino. She's Sharon Stone.
Charles with Madonna and Dick Tracy.
Yes.
In this image right here.
In that image right here.
The saxophone player.
Yeah.
What she's kind of wearing. The microphone.
The blue light.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, who doesn't love Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
that's what we need is a
you
Dick
know
Tracy
what though?
reboot.
They do a season 2. I'm fucking watching.
Mm-hmm.
Off top, like I'm for sure.
I'll
watching.
say this:
I hope they make a
want
season
it.
2.
Yeah, like
I
I'm
want
desperate for it.
100% want it.
I feel like Netflix is chicken shit though. I'm starting to lose faith in Netflix because I don't think
Yeah,
they'll
see,
do
Iron's
it.
right there.
There. Oh, you're right. There's
Yeah.
mine. Yeah.
Yeah. And this.
And I'm totally willing to give this kid a shot as Edward. Who knows though. I think it's really weird. Like I feel like what Edward is in this is like, oh wow, this is bizarre. I think they'll tone her down if they do a season 2. Because I don't know how the internet reacted to this.
They didn't like
I
it.
mean, I've never seen it, and it's just like this seems out of place.
Yeah, you should
But
watch
that-
it right
that
quick.
is-
Like it's like 10 seconds. Like it's
No, but that is the cartoon though. You know.
yeah. She's trying to act like the cartoon, and it's a kind of a perfect example of like that's something you lose in translation. Like that doesn't work if you try to do it in a real life thing. Like, I think, and again, I don't know her. I don't know this actress's. One thing I do want to mention is that I don't know this actress's name, but she kills it as Annie. Like she is a great Annie. I just don't like the bar. I don't like the club aspect.
I thought Annie was way less of a character.
Oh yeah, she's not in the anime
And,
at all.
and,
Yeah.
and in this, they make it.
Tamara
became
too, or Anna. I mean, yeah,
a
she's
way
great.
bigger role, obviously, in this than it was.
And then same thing. I've already said it. But same thing with Vicious. I think the dude who plays Vicious is crushing it. I just don't like what they do with the character of Vicious. But dude, yeah, Alex Hassel, beast mode.
Yeah, I mean that's why I really do hope that we get another season of it. I think it's highly unlikely, and this is what we said I think from the get go. I don't remember if we talked about this on here. I think we might have, or it was just me and you talking. It was going into it. It was more than likely that the true fan base was
Yeah.
gonna not like this.
Yeah,
And from what I've seen on the internet, it seems like they didn't like it.
yeah, it's pretty
And
true.
it's a shame because
Yeah.
if they would have done it identical to the cartoon, I still don't think anyone would have liked it.
No, yeah,
So they had to go a different direction.
yeah.
And the direction they went, I didn't
Yeah.
personally love either, but it was something. Wow, that's her standing up. That must have been a photo on set someone shot.
Yeah, I feel like that's such like a weird shot right there.
Interesting.
Is that though? Let's compare it.
That looks like a costume.
Yeah, that's I've seen that shot before. Yeah, I don't think that's in the show, but that's
That wasn't
definitely
in the show. For
yeah,
sure.
it's like from that day
Yeah.
of filming.
Anything else you want to say about Cowboy Bebop? Well, we both gave it our ratings.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still recommend watching it.
Yeah, exactly. And even though Jared, I feel like we just shit on it for the last like 30
We didn't
minutes.
shit on it.
Yeah.
I
we
said
might-
a lot of stuff I
yeah,
like.
yeah. I
It was
think
episode 7.
for sure worth watching. Like,
Yeah.
I the last thing I'll say, it's
It's
weird.
definitely different.
It's weird how gory it is. It's weird how much nudity there
Yeah.
is. Like it is. Like they
It's- yeah.
definitely like want that Netflix. I didn't know Netflix could do that.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Like Netflix is pushing it. Because I mean, I still need to watch that Santa Clarita thing. But is that gory? That's a zombie thing.
It's pretty gory.
Okay, so they're Netflix
It's not,
does
it's
gore.
not as crazy as this. So.
Okay. Because yeah, I didn't know they did stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, here's what I'll say: is like, I really enjoyed it up until 8, but I still watch 8, 9, and 10 in one seat.
Me too,
I
yeah.
binged them all one sitting,
Yeah.
one session, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And I just don't think that the outcome of it, by the end of it, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I still recommend it, and if you've never seen Cowboy Bebop at all, I think it's an awesome way to jump into it. You know, watch the live action, see if you like that, and then watch the cartoon because you'll probably really love that.
I almost think that is probably the best way to do it, where it's like you only can go up.
You can only go up.
Yeah, it's like I
yeah.
100% agree. That is the way. to
But
do it.
like I said, there's room right now too. This ship could turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it now.
Yes, and you know one thing. I don't think we've ever actually talked about this, but it's like the second half of that He-Man show came out.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
I watched the first half of that He-Man show, and it's like whatever. You know, it's like it's not. It's
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, powerful Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where
What are
it's
you
like.
watching?
You know, there's parts of those first 5 episodes that I'm like, I don't love this, but I'm like, the overall show I dig, and I feel like the back half of that show is gonna be sick. I'm eager to watch that He-Man show.
Did you get spooked then because I said it? You know he's watching.
It took me a second to process that. I was like, oh my god. Like it did. Like you felt. I voiced for a second. I'm like, dude, if Kevin Smith's watching right
Well,
now.
he can't write anything in the chat. He turned it off tonight.
Yeah, got you, Smith.
Good tonight.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, like, so dude, if you're still there, which I hope you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, for someone like him who hasn't seen Cowboy Bebop, it's a
Yeah.
perfect. I think Sidhu, who likes this kind of sci-fi, fantasy kind of shit. Like, I think he could hop in this and like it.
I think so.
Jared, who the fuck are you texting in the middle of our show right now? It better be Karina.
Just to see if Sidhu was still there, because you had said it.
Because we're addressing.
Oh, well, alright, I appreciate that.
He is still there.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. The faithful.
Okay. Good. 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 I see this guy in the corner of my eye. Out of that, everyone. He's fucking just texting and shit. He doesn't say anything. Just fucking texting and shit. We're live.
Playing Angry Birds over here.
We got 20,000 viewers. This guy's fucking texting in New York.
They don't know that. No.
Jerry, Google Cowboy Bebop really quick. Let's just see if there's any, as of now, is there any confirmation of a sequel or cancellation?
Season 2.
See, yeah, is there anything going on?
Oh, and then I know what our next segment is too.
It says review. I thought it said renew. I was like, no way. I'm taking it, blah, 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 blah. Technically, Netflix has not yet. Okay.
Well, we'll check back in on that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wait, why was it canceled? So click on that one below. Why was it Cowboy Bebop canceled? No, right.
This
No, on the
No,
the second.
Yeah.
Oh, they're talking about the original.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like that's such a weird answer for why I canceled it. I didn't want it to feel like Star Trek. It doesn't feel like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
So Jer, we
Yep.
spoiled something for you. Do you think you'll still finish it?
Yeah. It's only 10 episodes.
And where are you? You're on episode 3.
Yeah, I'll be on episode 3.
Wow.
and I feel like really though, Jared, we only spoiled one thing for you.
You've seen the cartoon, Jer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the cartoon.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Well, but we did. Yeah.
It's a big thing we spoiled.
Yeah.
Though.
But whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
she's still alive is Bizarro World already. So.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to tonight? Our special segment brought to you by Sriracha. If you grab the bottle.
Hell
If you
yeah.
grab the bottle. Our sponsor, Sriracha.
For all your culinary needs.
It is. I wish we had a little like ding music, right?
Mm,
It
you should
is.
get that.
Spoilers for Jerry. Jerry, what are you gonna spoil for us tonight?
I will spoil Red Notice for you with your boy Ryan Reynolds. I know you probably wanted to see it
Go ahead.
with The Rock. So
No, just really quick.
you want to run down
Going-
what it is real quick, and then
Well, really quick, let's just point out that we spoiled a Netflix thing for Jer. He's now spoiling Netflix's #1 movie for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is the spoiler at the end that The Rock and Gal Gadot are actually married and they work together?
Damn, that's a good guess, bro.
on the money.
Because I've already seen it. You fucking idiot.
Oh, the Tubi switcheroo.
I've already seen it. Come on now. Come on. You think I ever watched a Ryan Reynolds movie with The
I know, of
Rock
course.
and Gal Gadot?
For a second there, I was like, God damn, dude. Like, I was like, tubes.
I was so just when he pulled this up, I was like, oh, he thinks he's gonna get me on this? You think you're gonna get me on a Ryan Reynolds? Look at him wearing that white suit. Not the poster one, the photo one.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
pin. No, not that one, Jared. Get out of here.
I know, not that one.
Yeah. God, the way he was wearing that suit, leaning on that thing.
So does Ryan Reynolds go to jail for like life? Did they like set him up?
Yeah, and The Rock.
Oh, The Rock was. Oh, I wanted them to.
So yeah, The Rock is FBI, and he's trying to catch Ryan Reynolds, and so he catches him, and then that's when Gal Gadot comes in, and it's just like, oh, psych, you're both going to jail, and like, classic erases Rock's cop history, and they're like, we don't actually know if you're a cop because you're in a different country, so they lock him up with Ryan Reynolds, and they team up to get out and to catch Gal.
Yeah.
And so Chase. It's a good movie. It's like a fun
It's a
action.
fun action
movie.
film.
Okay.
It's a fun action
It's
film.
basically, I love it. It works. It's Rock doing a cop movie,
Yeah.
and then Ryan Reynolds kind of just hanging out on set and making jokes,
I love
like
it.
running around with him.
I thought it was a little heavy, Deadpool-y Ryan Reynolds. I thought it was a little heavy.
Him doing his thing.
It was a little heavy, but I did enjoy the film. The Rock's pretty good in it. It's a perfect film for them all. Gal Gadot she's great in it as well. It's definitely worth watching. I don't really think it's anything special.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fun action film. I'm not surprised it did good money.
Yeah.
It should, or good money. It's Netflix, but you know what I'm saying? Big numbers or whatever. It should, because it is a fun action film.
Yeah.
But it's
It's cheating.
It's
I like all of them. It does. It's no matter what it is. I like it.
Yeah. It was just I think they could have done a bigger big bad, and hopefully it seems like they're setting that one up for a sequel. What you say, Jared? But with the ending.
Yeah. Definitely.
So hopefully we'll see a sequel of it, and they set up a big bad or something for them to face off with.
That'll be dope.
Nice try though, Jared.
Yeah.
Good try.
Nice try.
All right, you close all those extra windows at Cowboy Bebop. We're gonna get into our final segment of the night, and this one's a big one for me at least. This is a film that meant a lot in I'm sure both of our childhoods.
Yeah.
It was also a great cartoon at one point as well.
Yeah.
We were talking about a cartoon franchise. This was, I think it was. Can you look this up real quick? Was it cartoon? It was a live action then a cartoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Double check that, Jay. And
I
like we were
think-
saying earlier, the argument could be made. This is, I would say, Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
It's kind of the third installment to the original two.
Yeah.
That take place in New York.
References the first one very heavy. Kind of light references to the second one. It really hones in on that first movie. Yeah. A lot of references to that.
But the thing is, they didn't know and void the second one.
Yeah. They just don't really touch on it.
They just don't really super touch on anything in particular from it.
Yeah, kind of themes.
Yeah.
Right.
With the third one, that's that Fortnite scene right there, Jerry. With the third one, I mean, or the female one, which I don't remember what that one was called, nor don't even need to bother looking it up, Jerry. I don't really care.
Is it just Ghostbusters 3?
No, they didn't call it Ghostbusters 3. They didn't even touch or reference that one at all.
Oh yeah, nothing.
That does not. I don't think it exists in this one. I think that's its own offshoot. I think that's its own offshoot.
Yeah,
that's a parallel universe kind of vibe.
Because I
answer the call.
That was called Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Mm-hmm.
Did you figure out if the cartoon came first or the movie?
Well, he said don't look it up.
No, he said don't look up the third one. But wait, the third one is called Ghostbusters Answer the Call?
Yep.
I don't remember that at all. That's
No wonder.
so funny.
I mean,
I did not remember
Afterlife
that.
also is a little corn doggy, but
I feel like at least I get that it like Afterlife Egon. I get it. Answer the Call, the whole who you gonna call Ghostbusters Answer. It's like I get it, but I just don't. It feels clunky. Ghostbusters Answer the Call. I don't like that. I don't even remember that movie though. I saw it the one time.
I saw it once.
I saw it once, and then I remember my mom and dad were watching in a hotel room, and like we had those connecting rooms, and so I would kind of walk back and forth and kind of watch a little bit of that Ghostbusters, but I don't remember anything. Is Dan Aykroyd or anything in that one?
They all make a cameo, but they don't play themselves.
Oh, you're right. They are.
Which
in it,
also is why I don't feel like it takes place in the universe these
forgot
take place in.
about that.
Because these ones, they all are in it. Obviously, spoilers.
Yeah,
they're all in it. They wait a good amount of time, and I thought they did justice by the way that they did it because I kind of knew that they were all in it because I had seen on YouTube, which was on weird.
The cartoon was 86 to 91.
And the movie was
the first movie was 84.
84.
Jared, look up really quick.
86 to
The
94.
Ghostbusters toys, really quick.
91.
91.
And then what is the? You know how there was that second Ghostbusters cartoon? Was that in the mid
Could
'90s?
you look up the Ghostbuster toys real quick?
Yeah. Look at those toys right
Why?
quick. I want to bring something up that there was an Easter egg in there that I was like, dude, this was for me.
Sure. Look at those Ghostbuster toys real quick.
Which ones though?
The
All of
originals,
them.
the 89 ones or whatever.
86.
Yeah, 86. Like, yeah.
86,
That
bro.
first Hasbro, we want those first.
We haven't even touched on the movie at all. We're already looking up Ghostbuster toys.
During the Lego Star Wars shit,
yeah,
I wanted to be like, just go to the Lego. Let's just do that. Let's just look at the Legos. And I know we did it at the end,
see,
but I wanted to go
that's why
for
we
each
have to get
episode.
this to where people can see what we're pulling.
Exactly.
We
yeah.
have to.
Exactly.
Because then it would be acceptable to be like,
Let's see these toys. Yeah. And that is
right now, it's just us staring at a screen with your point.
and that's coming. And you know what we could do.
We gotta get that going.
I mean,
that's
why
conversation
don't
for
we
later.
get the TV behind us? We just sit like this.
Because then that's gonna be weird. We're never gonna turn back and look like that. It's gonna hurt our necks.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole time we'll be able to look over there.
So now go to the toys and look for ghosts.
What it is, dude, is we almost need to get.
We want that eyeball one, Jared.
We need to
the
keep
Cyclops
this TV
one.
here and then put that TV with it playing just Jared behind us.
Dude, that's the move. That's the move.
But then we don't need this screen. We need this for sound, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Because
See, this is
get
too much.
that.
We still need to just get it set up to where we just have it.
Yeah. It's coming though, folks. We know what we got to do. It's just
Anyways,
a matter of ironing it out.
I love the movie. I fucking loved it. It
was
opens
great.
it up great.
There's
they do
no
a whole little thing.
There's no
Egon.
wasted time. Every scene.
There's no wasted time. I never felt bored in it. You know.
Yeah.
We don't need to give this a play-by-play. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, go see it. That's in the movie, Jared. Remember that from when we were little?
Oh, that is in the movie.
Isn't that crazy? When I saw that, I was like, dude, I had that toy. Like, that blew my mind. Like, what a deep cut. Like, let's just reference one of the toys that was
what was
never
the toy?
in-
Tell the people.
The Bug Eye Ghost Retro. It was a ghost.
You can look
kinda
this up on
Slimer,
Walmart.
And he has a big. He has eyes, like 2 eyes, but then he has
This is a current
giant
toy, Nick
sight.
T.
There was one. It was very similar. It's like the one from back in the day.
No,
was like
I'm
red.
saying that you could buy this one and you'd have it from what you had in
Oh
your
yeah, this
town.
is Walmart. Oh yeah, this is even like an old toy website. Yeah, the original
And the
one was
eye
like
pops
reddish.
out?
Yeah,
You press the button and the eye pops out.
you squeeze him, and it like because he's
well,
filled-
this
he's
one, I
like-
think there's a button because look right there, behind the head.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, right there. He's like a little missile.
You like push that little ear thingy. That's the original, and that's the comparison of the two.
That's the original, yeah.
I remember it being lighter. I remember like ours was like reddish, but that's cool, purple.
That's interesting.
And yeah, that's it's randomly in the movie. Like you can tell that whoever made this movie, who did direct this movie? What else have they done?
The son of the original director.
Really,
Yeah,
dude, I did not know that.
Ivan Reitman, or that was the dad's Ivan Reitman, and the son's Jason Reitman.
Wow.
Yeah. Ivan Reitman was the father who directed the original.
That's like really cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, it was a family affair. He did a fantastic job. Love the film.
Mm-hmm.
The little girl that plays the new Egon was amazing.
She's great.
fucking killed it.
Yeah.
The kid that plays her buddy podcast
kills it.
was fantastic.
Yeah.
The two of them were amazing. The other two, the brother and his love interest from the
older kids.
hamburger shop, they were all right. There was nothing wrong with them,
Yeah.
but they were nothing special.
It really did seem like they were trying to set up the Ray and the Egon of this team, and then they'll get to the other two later, maybe. Like it did seem it's about
And even if they do,
and even if they do, yeah.
those other two kids were special. They
Yeah.
did a fantastic job. Paul Rudd, for the bit we do see him, and they
It's
obviously
always great.
they build him up a little bit more in the trailer than you actually get.
Yeah.
Not ruining anything. He's still fantastic in the film. He's a great add-on to have in the movie.
But he's by no means the main.
No,
it's
and the way that
the
he's on the
kid's
poster
story.
and shit, it's a little bit of fake advertising.
Yeah,
I have to call it how I see it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me judge the movie any more or any less. The mom and him aren't in it as much as you would think. They play the role of Sigourney Weaver and
Moranis.
Rick Moranis, the dogs,
the Hellhounds. Yeah.
But he's great. He's great up until he gets kind of sidelined.
Yeah.
And then that's when we get the big three show back up again,
Mm-hmm.
and they're actually in it.
Yeah.
That's the fantastic. Not too much, but it's not also just a quick cameo. It's like they're actually
It's
in
a
the movie.
it's a proper scene.
It's
Like
a proper
like,
scene.
Yeah,
It's a definite proper scene.
Yeah.
fantastic. All three of them kill it. Crush it.
Again, spoiler: Zool looks amazing in this
Oh,
movie.
the whole
like Zool
dude,
looks so sick in
that
this
whole
movie.
scene where they're out on there. It was very,
Yeah, yeah,
it was a great rendition of the roof scene from the original movie,
For
but
sure.
done differently.
yeah, yeah.
And it looked fantastic. It was
The
like
way it was
it was
shot.
partially practical effects.
For
too.
sure, those platforms with that the
Yeah.
dogs were on, that all seemed like a
Yeah.
real thing. Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
wonderful. And the little marshmallow men,
sick.
had
Love them.
we were talking about this, had an Evil Dead kind of Gremlins-y vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely, I think definitely some Evil Dead.
For sure. Like the little ones were running around rather than giant.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
amazing.
all about it. I for sure want a sequel to this movie. I don't necessarily know if we'll get one. Like, I wonder, like,
I hope we do.
yeah,
We also don't need it necessarily the way that they left it off.
yeah.
And it's a great way to end the original trilogy. For those actors, I could do without it, or if they did another one, that'd be cool. But I could see another one going maybe a little sour. But we'll see.
Yeah. They
We'll
really
see.
hit it with this one though.
I mean, this was it's a fantastic film. I highly recommend it.
Do you see that, Jared? On this right window, the hand that's click on that one. The hand that's being raised.
You said movie of the year when we were leaving the theater, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sure because it's like
We were leaving the movie theater, everyone. And Nick said movie of the year.
Because for me, like, if I don't know, I gotta look and see what I saw in January and February. But I think Black Widow, that was March, right? And so I can kind of remember back to March.
We got a couple weeks till we'll make this episode
Yeah.
about movie of the year.
Yeah, I
but-
think so far this is my favorite movie of 2021.
Wow.
Like,
We won't do that tonight.
yeah. Like, I don't even know
We don't
what else I
need to
even
pull up
saw.
any info.
I know
on
Lamb
movies.
is up there. Lamb was good. I like
But
Lamb. I don't know if
we'll
I'd
do
say
an
that.
episode where we do movie of the year.
Hell yeah.
But right now, Nick D's got Afterlife going there. Yeah. There it is right there. That's that monster.
Yeah,
The
there.
one eye.
Yeah, right.
Third person. No. Third image over. Go back. Third image from the top. That's the one that Nick D was just talking about.
So sick.
Wow, dude. I'm just gassy, bro. I apologize, dude. Wait. Go back, Jared. Go back twice. One more time. So, are people saying that? Yeah, that one right there. Click on that, Jared. You already knew. I didn't think that was supposed to be Slimer.
That was my first thought, but then they never go in that direction. Like I think when we were leaving, I was like, I thought that was old Slimer at first, but I don't. Nothing in the movie makes me think actually that that's what happened. I don't know though. I would
Is it supposed to be Slimer?
I would like a little thing. Go to the IMDb trivia, Jerry. Is that what?
It's Muncher.
Yeah. Well, that's what the kids call him. That we don't hear Dan Aykroyd.
Go to Ghostbusters Wikipedia, or go to Muncher. Type in Ghostbusters Muncher.
Yeah.
And let's see him on Wikipedia or something. And see if they say that
He's commonly confused as Slimer or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Go to our trivia right there. Is there anything?
What rating have we rated the movie?
No, not
We
yet.
haven't. Neither of us.
Yeah.
No? Okay. We'll do that in a moment.
Yeah. Go. Yeah, I don't see anything about Slimer. Or just try to control find.
No. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I already did that.
Just
Yeah.
type in Ghostbusters Muncher.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
Make
Does not make an appearance. Okay.
Okay. Well, fuck it then.
So yeah, Muncher, nowhere
Muncher,
near
whatever.
as cool as
Not
Slimer,
nowhere
but
near as cool as Slimer, but
Yeah, it's
it
still
wasn't
cool.
upsetting.
yeah.
But we'll I wanted to clarify though, not the same character either.
Yeah.
For all you newbies.
Which is interesting if you think about how like this movie's so filled with like references and like love for the
And
first two
no
movies.
Slimer.
It is weird that there's no Slimer and even a reference to him. Like you'd think he'd be hanging out in Dan Aykroyd's shop with him during that call. But you know what? I wouldn't doubt if they filmed the scene and cut it. Like maybe there was a Slimer scene and that was just when the DVD comes out, we'll get it then. I wouldn't be surprised. That is a crazy picture. What is that? Oh, that is for Afterlife. Okay. I was like, what are we looking at right there?
I mean, I wonder if they tried to get Rick Moranis. Like, if they threw all the money in the world at
They
him. or-
must have. I feel like he must know everyone wants him to come back.
Yeah. I mean, dude, anyways, like, here's what I'm gonna say. I don't know if I'm gonna say movie of the year. I may or may not.
Yeah,
Rise of
I
the
may or may
Statue.
not. It's,
That
I think right now it's
that
in
one
the
with them
lead.
melting it. That's so fucking
That's
cool,
sick.
man.
That's sick.
Some of those Funko Pops of the Marshmallow Man. If I bought Funko Pops, that's so fucking.
That's
cool.
one of the best ones.
That's
yeah.
one of the coolest things I've seen. I love Ghostbusters. It has a real special place in my
Same here.
movie going heart. I have to say, as a follow up, I fucking loved it. What's that? What's that $5 thing? The Stay Puft Marshmallow in the yeah. What is that?
Mini Puff Surprise.
What is that?
I think it's like Marshmallow Whip.
Shut the fuck up. Oh no, it's like a toy inside.
Choking hat. Oh yeah. I was like, dude,
It's a toy inside. That's
well,
pretty
I have
awesome.
to. I have to buy that.
Oh, I need that.
They're like little blind boxes, little Ghostbuster blind boxes.
That's amazing. And the one of them on fire. That's great.
That's dope.
I have to say, I think this was a great follow up. I've said it.
Yeah.
I keep saying it. So I would give this a B plus to A. You know, A minus.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give it an A minus.
I'm gonna give it an A minus too, and like if like not even just an A minus is like, yeah, go see this movie, it's good. It's like it's a worthy Ghostbusters thing. Like it's Ghostbusters 3, great, loved it.
It's a great follow up after it's since 80. What'd you say? 84, Jared?
That was the first one.
The first movie's 84.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think
84.
Yeah.
And the second one's what? 89.
Yep.
Dude, 84, 89 to 2021. Although, wait, was this movie supposed to come out like 2 years ago? Is this like a pre-pandemic movie that got pushed?
Yeah, but it'd still be close to 30 years. Like,
Yeah.
From the second movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
From the second movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2020, July 10th.
Oh,
So
okay. So
that's
push
still,
a year.
but that's
yeah.
still like for it being a sequel.
Yeah. To a already established like franchise.
I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, for sure. And again, it goes to like when you look at something like this. Why I think this worked was that I had no idea it was the son of the original director.
Yeah.
Like you could tell everyone involved with this like loves Ghostbusters. It's all about this project. I feel like there was a little bit of some of that lacking in Cowboy Bebop, where you could tell that the people making Cowboy Bebop loved it, but then there was also like, but what if we also added this? And it got away from them. Ghostbusters did it right. They added new stuff and kept the original, and it all worked.
But that's a hard comparison too.
For sure. Yeah.
They were
Sequel
taking-
versus a remake. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They were taking existing material and having to repackage it and go from anime to live action
Yeah.
for the
Way
first
harder.
time ever.
Yeah.
They were following up something. I won't say that like he's also the director is following up what his dad has done. Since it's quite a legacy you're trying to follow up.
Yeah.
But he also used a whole new young talent, and then at the end threw in
The OGs.
to set it home. You know what I mean? Like
to pass the baton to like.
I will agree
Yeah.
with BK, and the one criticism I would say that makes me want to bump it down a little bit is I did think, they could have built up the cameo a little bit better. It is kind of like a little abrupt at the end,
Yeah.
how they show up, but at the same time, it's 30 years later. The dudes are pretty old.
Yeah.
I think altogether it was a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I give the movie my A minus.
I agree.
Would love to see a sequel to it. I don't have to see a sequel. They could leave it alone.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with it. I think we're gonna get one though,
I think so.
and I'm fine with that too because if they don't sequelize this version of it, wait 10 years. The dudes will all be dead, and they'll try to give us one where they're all young guys,
Yeah. Though, like
an actual remake.
Yeah.
And I don't know, kind of like what we got with the female version of it.
What that'll be like. Yeah.
What we saw with the female one was
Yeah.
trying to remake what those four dudes had without them passing the baton themselves and somehow being involved with it in a better way than just a cameo. And that's what I think was so cool about this movie. It was more than a cameo.
Yeah.
Like you said, it was a full on scene.
Yeah.
So
Let me ask you this: would you, if there was only going to be one more Ghostbuster movie, would you want Ghostbusters Go to Hell, or would you want a sequel to Afterlife, or could they be the same thing?
I mean,
Could the next one be like
it could be the same thing.
yeah, like
I would
I
think
still
it'd be
want
the same thing.
I still want the crazy unmade Ghostbuster movie.
I think that it's the same thing as Star Wars though, where it's like
I want those toys.
I wanted them to make Star Wars in the early mid '90s, and had Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford at that age making those films,
Yeah.
and it didn't happen. And by the time you get the sequels to those Star Wars films, they're old and washed up, and they can't do the role that we wanted them to do.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with this Ghostbuster. I would have loved them to do Ghostbusters in the early
That's so
'90s,
sad.
or even 2000, and they didn't. They wait all the way to 2020,
Yeah.
to make it. And obviously, these dudes are pretty fucking up there in age.
Yeah.
End of the day, that young girl and that young kid that played Podcast and the Egon girl did a fantastic job. Well worth seeing. The visuals in it are amazing. The special effects are awesome. I can't speak any highly of the movie that we've seen this year, like you were saying.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Just great
To
to hear.
hear that music and see that
And
hear
bro-
that
Yeah, and they make you wait for it too. They don't just like drop that. They yeah.
Oh, but when they do, they do.
Yeah, it hits.
Well, yeah.
Ghostbusters, Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that was everything. I'm just looking at the images. I'm getting
Dude, all
lost
the
in
all the
show,
Ecto
man.
One stuff. Yeah.
There's a photo of the three of them on the Tonight Show. So it's a pretty
yeah.
well known fact. There, up there, Jerry. You see that?
Top left.
Go up,
Scroll
scroll a little bit.
Keep going.
Oh, right there below now.
Down, 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 down,
It's all good.
down.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking sexy.
Jerry,
Alright.
you gonna see it in theaters? Or you gonna wait for streaming?
I don't know. If Green wants to go, I would go. But
Oh.
yeah, I don't know if I need to see it in theaters.
Are you gonna see Spider-Man in theaters?
Probably, yeah.
You better see
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
ASAP.
ASAP, dude.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna see Spider-Man in theaters.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
better
See
see
it ASAP though.
You might be looking to get tickets ASAP.
yeah. Yeah, they're selling
When
out.
does it come out?
What's that?
When is it coming out?
This next, not next Thursday, the Thursday after, the 16th.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap up the show.
Yeah.
We gave both ratings. We gave Cowboy Bebop. I think I said B if it wasn't an anime, and I think I gave it a C minus for it being compared to the anime.
Yeah.
And I gave Afterlife a minus. Nick D gave Afterlife an A minus. Gave Cowboy Bebop a D.
D is an adaptation, and C is a show.
C as a show.
Yeah, like, I think it's a fun show. Like I mean, there's Hawkeye right now, and there's like It's Always Sunny. So
Yeah.
I only have 2 shows. I was down to see Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
I love.
Well,
I
Hawkeye
had
just started.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
fun watching Cowboy Bebop. Even when it pissed me off, even when I was like, I don't like this, I liked it. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun. You should. I think Cowboy Bebop is not a bad show by any means.
Everyone should check it out.
Yeah, everyone should check it out.
And we will do a Hawkeye episode maybe next week.
Yeah, I'm looking
We
forward to
still need to do
new
our
episodes.
Dune versus Dune. It's fucking coming, everyone.
Yeah, Dune's gonna happen.
Dune versus Dune is coming.
There's a lot to talk about with Dune, and Dune's like we're not gonna be able to cover it all. So like, there's no need for us to rush into Dune. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah,
So fuck off.
yeah. Everyone
Um,
just be chill, all you Dune heads.
yeah, you Dune.
Gooners.
And then we got a movie one coming up.
Well,
End of the year
Spider-Man
movie,
will come out, end of the
Spider-Man.
movie. Hopefully, we'll actually get the sound and the camera actually rolling
Yeah.
and picture in picture, so we can have showing shit and not just keep saying it. Either way, fuck off. Leave us.
Oh,
horrible
yeah, no
comments.
comment. Yeah, no chat. Oh, but you can still do
No, you can
comments.
comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you were going to comment in the chats, this is more the
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. Chat
So
up
now
the
leave
comments.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we don't get distracted by like random stew comments or something. Stew, you fool. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Jer, Nick T,
Tubes.
Yeah.
Tubi, and we're out.